Happy Saturday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. So today's message is a message of encouragement to the person who is dealing with difficulty or just having a hard time finding joy in a circumstance that they're facing, or maybe in a season that you're in. So I titled my message today, Finding Joy in All Seasons. So I want to encourage you, if you are dealing with where in a position where you've just kind of lost your joy, or you don't know how to get back into that mojo, or maybe you're just feeling maybe you've been given some news and you don't know exactly where to go with this news, so you're wrestling. Maybe you're in a season where just things just keep happening and you just keep saying, God, where do I get this break? People around you are dying. My son has been telling me about a young kid on his team who keeps losing friends. The friends keep getting shot, and so it seems as though he attends more funerals than he does anything else. Maybe you're in a position where you just you just keep getting bad news. But today I want to encourage you. And the the Bible verse that I want to read is taken from the book of James. It is James 1 chapter 2, James chapter 1 verses 2 through 4. So I want you to listen to this from the Passion Translation. Again, James 1 verses 2 through 4. And this is what it says. My fellow believers, now he's talking to people who believe in Jesus. When it seems as though you're facing nothing but difficulties, see it as an invaluable opportunity to experience the greatest joy that you can. For you know that when your faith is tested, it stirs up in you the power of endurance. And then as your endurance grows even stronger, it will release perfection into every part of your being until there is nothing missing and nothing lacking. Okay? So what does it mean when we get tested, right? It means that you can get through it. You might have to endure. Sometimes we endure for 5 minutes, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's months, sometimes for people it's years. There's a woman named Carrie Maniscalco who I've been following for years because of a sickness that she had. This woman was a runner. She was actually training for a race when all of a sudden she ended up with a serious illness. And she's been sick for, I'm not even kidding, I think I've been following her story for maybe 8 years now. And she's still sick. But every day her mom writes in and gives us an update. And, it's not always good. It's always, either back in the hospital, she's dealing with some bacterial infection, she's dealing with something. And, she's so thin because she can't eat. It's taken away her hearing now. And it's just one problem after another. But they continuously write in about how they continue to stay strong in their faith. We continue to lift them up in prayer, and they always find a way to glorify God in the whole thing. So what are you dealing with? Where can you find joy today? They focus on things that that bring joy to them. They focus on the memories. Her brother has kids, so now she focuses on her nephew, and they talk about that quite a bit because that's what brings her joy. That's what takes away from her wallowing in her own sadness. So maybe you're dealing with sadness because you really feel as though you're being attacked, or you feel as though you can't quite find that joy again. And you know what also helps too is if you are a person who has your prayer language, just start in that. Get quiet before God. Sit in a place where you can find yourself to be just tuned into Him, and allow your prayer language to be the one to lead you. Because sometimes we have no words. Sometimes we're so down and out that we have no words, right? There's no words to pick us up. Start in your prayer language, and you might start out even softly, and then just allow it to get loud based on whatever pain or anxiety or whatever it is that you're feeling, and allow that to take over. And what you're going to find is eventually, all of a sudden, you're just going to feel like you're in a place where you just want to worship. And that might come out in a song. It might come out in just a sense of excitement will take over. Or you might just be tempted to go put on some worship. But whatever it is, you get to a place of worship, and all of a sudden you are reminded of how good God is. All of a sudden, the things that describe who He is start to come to your remembrance. The things that He has brought you through start to come to your remembrance, and you break out in a place of joy. You break out in a place of saying, "Thank you, Lord." When was the last time that you actually just said, "God, I love you, Father, I love you. I love you." Because He has done so much. The things that He saves you from, the things that He has taken you through, the things that He has saved you from getting into. Father, I Give him the honor, give him the praise, give him the glory that he deserves. Because you are his prized possession. You are his prize. And he loves you. So I hope that encourages someone today, and I will see you tomorrow.